Hey everybody, just wanted to share some info from a session I did today with Colby. Colby's a good player. He's like a one handicap, and trying to figure out some of the maybe why he was doing some of the stuff he didn't like about his golf swing. Trying to figure out kind of a route to get where he wanted to go, and if we could hit a little farther, it would be a little nicer. So if we look here in the video on the left, this is kind of Colby at with his best of his original grouping, which was 278 and carry and 220 or 22 yards offline to the right. And one of the things that I don't like from a visual perspective is kind of this look here where the chest is over the pelvis and he's kind of stacked up. His ass is kind of hanging back. That to me is just, it's not so much that like the look is bad. It's just that most likely he hasn't put enough force into the ground to get himself out of that type of posture. And that's, I think, a pretty easy way to gain some speed. Over here on the right, we're going to see that kind of go away. He's going to push up and be fully extended through this golf shot. Lot different look there. Everything about that kind of is different. I like this posture better over here. It's really good. You can see we widened out his stance width a little bit. But really, at the end of the day, the big thing that we kind of did, two things. We added a counter movement. So at address, just before impact, I had him load to 74% as opposed to 60. I would like this to grow even more. We had a swing where he was like 90. That would be even better. And you can see that before he goes. You can see him kind of, I'm going to put this in slow-mo here. He's on the right. He's going to kind of squat towards his left foot. All right, we'll do that again. Oops, sorry. He's going to squat down to his left foot. All right, over here, squat down to that left foot. Over here, you're not going to see that. It's kind of a static position. That squat to the left allows him to use the pressure under his left foot to push himself to the right. And that's why over here, you're going to see a little bit more horizontal force built earlier. Right, so here he's going to use his body weight. He's going to use 10% of his body weight pushing to the left. Here he's using 4% over here, okay? So that's more than double the force. And all that does is allow him to get a little bit more force working in this direction earlier. Now that's more energy to stay into his system, which means at his peak of horizontal, he's up to 18 as opposed to 12, creating a lot more. And then he can forcefully kind of push back against that pressure. Braking force rises from a high of 19 to a high of about 30 at the same position. So all that being said, he's just creating more energy off the start, which allows him to create more energy coming into the golf ball before he kind of releases that energy into the golf ball. And that's why we saw the club head speed miles per hour. That's a big gain for a player of his caliber, right? We go from 112 to 117. Ball speed rose 7 miles per hour. Attack angle went up. And total distance increased by 17 yards. Okay, still a little bit right. We're still having some issues with the face. He had a lot of really good ones, but this swing kind of gave me a really good blueprint of what he could be doing. I think he's got a route to easily 300 plus carry as he gets more and more comfortable with these moves. But when we're trying to fix speed problems, there's a lot of stuff to look at, and sometimes it shows up in some undesirable positions in the golf swing. And when we fix those, not only does your swing look better, but it functions better. But for me, it's all about functionality and getting him to be able to hit it as far and as straight as he can. So anyways, Colby, well done. I hope this information, kind of helps some people understand the effect of some counter movements and the application of the brake to stop that momentum from moving forward, and what that can do to both attack angle, launch conditions, and some postural stuff. So anyways, hope this helps. If you've got any questions, leave some comments, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Take care.